Okay, good evening, dear ladies. I would like to start with Bezrat Hashem with a blessing. May all of us have the merit, Bezrat Hashem, to greet Mashiach tzidkenu b'mהרה בימינו אמן. שיגיע מבשר אליהו, נביא אליהו, תשבי אליהו גלעדי, במהרה ויבוא אלינו המשך דוד אליהו נביא זכור לטוב. May we all have the זכות to see בית המקדש השלישי נבנה במהרה בימינו אמן. May we all have the זכות to go to the land of Israel on the wings of eagle. And may we have a part in the land of Israel, all of us, Bezrat Hashem. Amen. And a part on the Olam Haba. But if we have the zchut, we have part on the Olam Haba.
I don't know.
So, dear ladies, today we are going to do a special thing. We are going to speak. You remember that we started the year with lessons about how should we behave and what can we do in order that B'siyata Dishma, the next Rosh Hashanah, we will be written le'altar immediately in the book of life with a tzaddikim Bezrat Hashem. So we're starting speaking about it. And last time we spoke about the jealousy, the non-jealousy of Rachel Imenu. And today, B'siyata Dishmaya, we're going to speak about wine. About drinking wine, Bezrat Hashem. But before we go to wine, I'd like to remind you that tonight is the 20th of Mar Cheshvan, of the month of Cheshvan. And today is the Yorzet of Rabbi Mordechai Sharabi, Alav HaShalom Zchuto Tagen Aleinu, that wrote Tfilah LeMoshe, among other things that he wrote. And B'siyata Dishmaya, one thing to tell you how much a tzaddik he was. It says about the Baba Sali Zchuto Tagen Aleinu that when the month of Cheshvan came, he started shouting that there's a big decree on the children of Israel. In Israel, he was crying and he said to everybody, we have to do tshuva, there's a big decree and something chas v'shalom not good is going to happen. So he was davening and on the 17th of Cheshvan, he said to the people that were around him, all of his students, he said, well, the decree is off because a tzaddik agreed to die in order that the decree will go off the children of Israel. Nobody knew the name of the tzaddik. But on the 20th of Mar Cheshvan, Rabbi Mordechai Sharabi niftar. Ken. Rabbi Mordechai Sharabi was passed away and went out of this world. So Baba Sali said, this was the tzaddik that I was speaking about, that took the degree by accepting death upon himself instead of Klal Yisrael. You understand what kind of tzaddik? And I want you to know that at the age of 8, he was already an orphan. He was orphaned on the age of 8. On the age of 15, he was already a big scholar. Ukvar היה מורי. He was born in Yemen, and he came to Eretz Yisrael. So, dear ladies, and a lot of people came to him, and he helped a lot of people. He was a big mekubal. And he's buried in Yerushalayim. And we have the zchut that this shiur Bezrat Hashem will be in his merit, and the merit of Sara Imenu, that this week we have the portion of Chayei Sara. And I'm reminding you to have a lesson, to hear a lesson about Chayei Sara, the life of Sara, that she passes away in this portion. We hear about her death. So please go to torahanytime.com, Rabbanit.com, and the YouTube also has lessons on Parshat HaShavua. We are going to start Bezrat Hashem, and everything that we are learning is part of Tomer Dvorah. It's just not by on the right order, but it's part of Tomer Dvorah. And I'm going to speak now. It's written in Tehillim Kuf Daled 104. Ve'yain yasamach levav enosh, and wine makes a person happy. So I'm going to Shulchan Aruch, and I'm reading you Bezrat Hashem from Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, Dinei Simchat Yom Tov, laws of rejoicing in Yom Tov. And it's written in sign 10, K'shadam ochel v'shoteh v'sameach baregel, when a person drinks and is happy on a Yom Tov, on a high holiday, or on Shabbat, dear ladies, lo yimashech beyain u'b'schok u'bekalut rosh. He shouldn't drink the wine until he becomes drunk and he doesn't know what's going on around him. But he will have an excuse that the more you drink wine, you're happier. becoming drunk and having a light head, this is not happiness. Because Hashem wants us to be happy, but Leshem Shamayim, in the sake of heaven, not to be happy in the sake of Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination. ולא נצטווינו על עוללות וסכלות. It causes foolishness, stupidity. And it says, אלא על השמחה שיש בה עבודת יוצר הכל. Only of happiness that you worship Hashem by being happy and not going to, crossing the line, the border. And it's written like this, ואי אפשר לעבוד את השם, and you can't worship Hashem, לא מתוך צחוק, out of laughter, ולא מתוך קלות ראש, ולא מתוך שכרות, out of being light-headed or drunkenness. This is one. I'm going to Purim, because everybody will ask about Purim. Just giving you now from Shulchan Aruch, I'll regard Purim later. Where do we see the first time wine?
Noah.
Noah, but it's before. First time we see wine is Adam HaRishon, the first human being. Because it says in the Gemara that what the first human being drank was wine. Some say it was wine, חלק אומרים תאנה, figs, and חלק אומרים חיטה. Everything is true, because it depends, it's like the man, you had all of the taste inside it. So this is the first place that we see the connection with wine. And what happened from that, after they ate from the tree of knowledge? They did avodah zarah. They worshipped other god because they listened to the snake, the serpent. And then they had jealousy of Hashem, and they fell with arayot, because the snake put all of his energy upon Chava. And when Adam HaRishon, the first human being, was intimate with Chava, they made a body through all of this, to this soul, and Cain came out. And we know that there was shfichut damim. There was also killing, because from there on, all humanity dies. Otherwise, everybody would have lived forever. And furthermore, not only humanity, but also the animals die, except for the phoenix of Achol, that he didn't drink, he didn't eat from the tree of knowledge. That's the only, it's a bird that was the only one that didn't drink, that lives 1,000 years, and after 1,000 years, there's fire that comes from inside, burns it to ashes, and from the ashes it's reincarnated. So dear ladies, we go עכשיו to Noach. And it's written about Noach, that after the flood, and I would like to remind you, Hashem says about Noach that he was ish tzaddik. Noach was very righteous. Hashem himself tells us this. At the beginning of Parshat Noach, Hashem says about Noach, Ele toldot Noach, Noach ish tzaddik tamim haya bedorotav. That Noach was righteous, very honest with Hashem. From all of the generations then, Et Elokim italech Noach. He worshipped Hashem. 3 times the name Noach, which means he saw 3 worlds. One before the flood, one inside the flood, and one after the flood. 3 worlds he had a zchut. And only him and his children had the zchut to be saved, which means Noach is very righteous. But we see after that he sends the pigeon, and she doesn't come back. Noach goes out of the ark, and then the first thing that he does, he works on a vineyard. Mamash, he took before the flood part of a grape tree, Ruth. And then he plants this, and he has a vineyard. After he has a vineyard, he drinks from the wine, he becomes drunk, and his grandchild comes in. Chazal says, Rashi says, either he sodomized him, or he just made him, he cut part of his intimate organs in order that he cannot bring children anymore. Ad kedei kach. He was drunk inside the tent. What happened to Noach? Noach was very righteous. Noach wasn't only very righteous. Noach, dear ladies, knew the Torah. How do we know that Noach knew Torah? Because it's written that Hashem tells Noach, build an ark, and I want you to take from all the beasts that are kosher, 7, which means 7 males, 7 females. And the beasts that are not kosher, you should take only 1 female and 1 male. There wasn't the Torah then. How would he know who is kosher and who's not kosher? So Rashi says about this, Atida liot, which means what we are going to receive on Mountain Sinai in the Torah. Torah לישראל, for the children of Israel. מכאן למדנו, אומר רש"י, שלמד נוח תורה. Noach studied the Torah. That's how he was righteous.
Who taught him?
Angels. So, and by also watching the world and seeing how Hashem works the world. That's how Avraham Avinu woke up at the beginning. So, dear ladies, Noach knew Torah. So how did he fall like this? So now, b'siyata dishmaya, I would like to go and tell you what happened. So I didn't bring all the books, I just made copies. What happened that Noach fell like this?
Depression.
It says, no, dear ladies, I'm reminding you everything is recorded. Please write your questions in the end and I'm going to answer. So it says like this, Midrash Tanchuma, Parashat Noach. It says, כשבא נוח ליטה כרם, בא שטן ועמד לפניו. When Noach came to plant the vineyard, Satan came and stood in front of him. ואמר לו, מה אתה נוטע? What are you planting? אמר לו נוח, כרם, vineyard. אמר לו, מה טיבו? What good will come out of it? אמר לו נוח, פירותיו מתוקים. He has very sweet fruits. ועושים מהן יין המשמח לבבות. And you make from this wine that makes the heart happy, like it's written in Tehillim. ויין ישמח לבב אנוש. And wine will make a heart of a human being happy. אמר לו שטן. Satan told him, בוא ונשתתף שנינו בכרם זה. Let's be partners in the vineyard. אמר לו נוח, לחיי, okay, I agree with you, we'll be partners. מה עשה שטן? What did Satan do? הביא כבש, he took a sheep, killed the sheep, slaughtered it, and took his blood and put it in the ground of the sheep. Then he brought a lion, הביא אריה, slaughtered it, and put it in the ground. Then he brought a monkey, slaughtered the monkey, put the blood in the ground, in earth. Then he took a pig, slaughtered it, and put the blood inside the earth. ואחר כך חזיר והרגו, ואחר כך, וכתוב ככה, והטיפו דמן בתוך הכרם, וישקו את נוח, and Noach, when the same time, the Zohar Kadosh says, that he planted the root at the same day it grew. At the same day it had already grapes. At the same day he took the grapes and he walked, yes, and made wine and he drank from this. But this had sheep, the blood of sheep, the blood of a lion, the blood of a monkey, and the blood of a pig. Why did Satan do this? And why these animals? Why didn't they take a donkey, an ox, only these animals? So I would like to show you. This is sheep, lion, kof is a monkey, vechazir is a pig. Keves, sheep, starts with chaf. Lion in Hebrew, aryeh, starts with aleph. Kof, monkey, starts with a kuf. And chazir starts with a chet. What did he want to do? These initials is ach. You see, aleph chaf is ach. And then kuf chet. Kuf chet is Geinom, hell. Gimel is 3, Hey is 5, Yud is 10 in numerical value, Nun is 50, and Mem is 40. How much is it together? 108. Kuf is 100, Chet is 8. This is 108. Ach Geinom, that anybody that drinks from the wine too much, straight to hell. What did he want? Which kind of punishment in hell he wanted? You look at the end letters of these animals. Keves ends with shin, lion ends with a hey, kof ends with a pei, chazir ends with a resh. If you take those letters and you put them together, it's srifa. Burning in hell. Srifa is burning. He took exactly this and he put it in order that from there on, everybody that drinks from this and drinks more than one cup, that he can't handle anymore, will chas v'shalom, will have Gehinom. Ach Gehinom. Only Gehinom. And what will be the punishment, Seifa? I would like to go, we're going to go into it. It says, a Sinai Le'arim. It says, the Chazal say, our sages say, that there are three things that people fall in the hands of the evil inclination, Sara. And the initials is Esa. I should put my eyes towards the mountains. And the initials is Aleph for Esa is Achila, eating. Shin of Esa is for drinking wine. And Aleph, the last Aleph is Isha, is women. The last for women. The last for drinking alcohol, and the last for eating, dear ladies. It says, Chazal say, Adam nikar bekoso, kiso v'chaaso. A human being, you know who he is by his pocket, how he handles money, if he's honest with money, if he pays people on time, and if he pays what he already made an oath to give them and he gives them. Tzaddik be'emunato yichyeh, if he handles his life and his money with a faith in Hashem. Zekiso. Koso is how he drinks wine. And kaaso, how he handles anger, the way he behaves to people. Three things that show you who is this human being. The way he handles wine, the way he handles money, and the way he behaves if he lets anger control him. It says in Masechet Psachim in the Gemara, page 113, Shlosha Kadosh Baruch Hu Avam. There are three that Hashem loves them. Mi she'eno koes, he who is not angry. Mi she'eno mishtaker, he who doesn't get drunk. Listen, this is the Gemara says. And ומי שמעביר על מידותיו וסולח לחברו על כל העוולות שעשה לו. And he who forgives any person that wronged him. These are the three people that Hashem loves, which means if I don't forgive people who wronged me, Hashem doesn't like me. If I get drunk, and I'm saying like me, but the opposite is hate, because love goes with hate. I don't want to say it so harsh, but this is what it is. Because all of these three midot, Hashem loves them. He who doesn't get drunk, he who is not angry, and he who forgives livriyut. And he who forgives a person that wronged him. Shemochel. We see by the first human being, it says Shlomo HaMelech, Kol amal adam lefiu. All of the work of a person is in his mouth. Because the first sin was with the mouth. The serpent, the snake, spoke to Chava. It was with the mouth. Chava listened and she answered back. They ate with the mouth. Everything starts and ends with the mouth. You drink through the mouth. You eat through the mouth. Once you take out your thoughts, how do you get angry? You have angry thoughts. But if you didn't take them out of your mind, you're not angry yet. Once you took it out of your mind and spoke the thoughts, the ear is a microphone to the body. The whole body, all of your organs listen, and now you're angrier. Now you're really angry. And I would like to remind you that you don't cook or don't bake or don't make somebody coffee or something when you're angry, because it's not healthy for that person to drink it. Because that energy comes to what you're doing. So before you cook, before you bake, like sing to yourself, make yourself happy, and then do it and bless everybody. That everybody that eats from this Bezrat Hashem will be happy, will be righteous. Well, the will of Hashem will be His will, Bezrat Hashem. Will get married, will have children, everything that you want to bless. Now I would like to show you what happened by Noach planting the kerem and becoming drunk. It says, Chazal say there are 13 vai in those psukim, in those verses. Vayachel, when he started to plant. Vayita, he is planting. You see the vai? Everything starts. Vav Yud, vai. Vayesht, he was drinking. Vayishkar, he became drunk. Vayitgal, he made a fool of himself. Vayera, he saw. Vayaged, and he heard. which means his grandchild saw, Vayaged, and he told the brothers, his father and the other brothers, Shem Cham Veyefet, Vayikach, and he took, Vayasimu, and they put, Vayelchu, and they went, Vayichasu, which means when the brothers, Shem Veyefet, went back and put a blanket on him not to see him naked. And then Vayikatz, when Noach woke up, Vayeda, and he knew what his grandchild did to him.
It's grandchild, not the son?
Yes. So, dear ladies, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 Vai, which means because of this, he caused Mo Avodah Zarah, just worshipping another God, went against Echad. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Because Echad, Aleph is 1, Chet is 8, and Dalet is 4. Together, it's 13. This is the 13 Vai. There are good things that we do with wine, and the mitzvot that we do, the commandments that we do with wine, is Kiddush. We do Kiddush on Shabbat and Yom Tov. Havdalah after Shabbat and Yom Tov. Sheva brachot, we have Sheva brachot when a bride and a groom have a wedding, and then we have Sheva brachot. Milah, Brit Milah, circumcision. Pidyon, when we do Pidyon Haben. Birkat Hamazon, after Birkat Hamazon, we bless over the wine. Arba kosot shel Pesach, the 4 cups of Pesach. Now, why did Satan come? When he went to plant the vineyard, how is it connected to grapes? So I would like to go, B'siyata Dishmaya, to Parshat Shlach Lecha, Chumash Bamidbar. Over there, remember, Moshe Rabbeinu wants to go into the land of Israel with the children of Israel, but they want to send spies. And Hashem tells him, you don't need spies, but if this is what they want, please send them. So he sends 12 spies. But he gives them instructions what to look for in the land of Israel. See if the cities have walls, see if there are big people, small people, what do they have? And when he ends this, it's written over there, Vayamim yemei bikurei anavim. And the days are the days that the grapes start to become fresh grapes.
Right.
Okay, right. So, dear ladies, it says in the Zohar Kadosh, and Achida says that, Rabbi Chaim Yosef David Azulai, he says this, that here in our world, Bezrat Hashem, in this world, we write grapes with Yud. But in the Torah, in heaven, it is written without Yud. And this is Anavim, without the Yud. So it says Bikurei Anavim, it's the first grapes that grow on the tree. So it says first means that you should go to the letters that come before these letters of grapes. What comes before Ayin? Samech. What comes before Nun? Mem. What comes before Bet? Aleph. What comes before Lamed? Before Mem? Lamed. This is the name of the evil inclination of Satan. That's why he's connected to Anavim, to grapes. That's why he came. What did he do, dear ladies? Now we're going to study what he did. So if you take, dear ladies, if you look what he did, I'm going to go, it took me time to write this table with all the information that there was there from Kiser Chamim B'Shah Tova. And I would like to tell you this. When a person drinks the first cup, 1 cup, he's like a sheep. Yeah, he's like a sheep. He's happy. He's relaxed. He's modest. He's hu'anav, and he's very calm and he's happy l'shem shamayim, in the sake of heaven, because it makes his mind mechudad, sharper. 1 cup. When he drinks the second cup, he becomes like a lion. Now his head is high. Yes, he becomes like a lion. The 3rd cup, he becomes like a monkey. He stands up, he dances, he speaks with everybody. He's still conscious, but he doesn't really know what's going on around him. But when he comes to the fourth cup, he becomes like a pig. Why? Because then he starts to throw up, and to pee on himself, and he falls down in a place. He doesn't know what's going on with him anymore. Sits with all of the filth that he causes himself. So there are 4 names to a human being: Adam, Gever, Enosh, Ve'ish. There are 4, and there are 4 ramot, levels. There are 4 levels. At the first cup, when he's like a sheep, he's called Adam, a human being. Adam. Why? Because Adam has Aleph, Ribono shel Olam, Alufo shel Olam, Hashem, and Dam is a human being. Dalet v'mem, זה 44, זה אב ואם. This is the name of Hashem, because Aleph is 1, Dalet is 4, Mem is 40, together it's 45. 45 is Mem Hey. The name of Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei, Bemilui Otiyot. When you write it, Yud, you write as Yud, and you put all of the letters in place. So he's very righteous. It's called Adam. Adam ki yakriv korban. Then, when he drinks the second cup, he becomes a gever, a man, a gever, which means, אני לא יודעת איך להסביר את זה. איך?
Courage.
With courage, כן, like a lion, but a man. He shows that he's a man. When he drinks the third cup, he becomes like Enosh, because it's parallel to a monkey. He doesn't know Hashem. Enosh means the generation of Enosh. You remember? It comes from Shet, the generation of Enosh. At that time, it's written in Bereshit. In Bereshit, over there it says that they worshipped other gods. They took the name of Hashem and they took the name of Hashem and they worshipped the sun, they worshipped the moon, they worshipped other gods, and Hashem, because of this, took the ocean and he covered 2/3 of the world. This is before the flood. This is a flood before the flood. At the generation of Enosh, Hashem took the ocean just like a tsunami, and the ocean covered 2/3 of the world, and he wiped it, Hashem. So, dear ladies, is just like the generation of Enosh. But when he takes the fourth cup, is like an ish, just like a pig. He doesn't know anything, what's going on with him anymore. He doesn't know, people can harm him. He won't know rob him, do whatever they want with him, because he doesn't know where he is. He's in his own filth. This is parallel to 4 blessings. Borei Pri HaGefen. The first cup, the first cup is parallel to the wine, which means we bless over it, Borei Pri HaGefen, and he's considered as a sheep. The second cup is a gever, when he is like a lion, dear ladies, is Borei Pri Ha'etz, for the grapes themselves. The third cup, these are levels of how the grapes go through, levels of the grapes when they grow up, what they go through. The third level is Enosh, like the generation of Enosh, the third cup. Then the Borei Pri Ha'adama, when it's boser, when you can't eat the grapes, it's still sour. Then you say, bless over it, Borei Pri Ha'adama. The fourth one, and when you can't use it as wine, it's like mashi, like a jam. Then it becomes Shakol Niya Bidvaro, the fourth. Why? Like people who don't go and study Torah, and they don't know what to bless. They don't know if it's Ha'etz or Adama. They don't know, so they say, okay, everything niftar in Shakol Niya Bidvaro. That everything is in the name, in the speech of Hashem. Now, dear ladies, you see that he's divided all of the cups. This is what Satan did when he was partner with Noach over the Kerem. This is parallel, dear ladies, to the 4 letters of the name of Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei. It's parallel to the 4 exiles, because from Noach came Shem, from Shem came Avraham Avinu, from Avraham Avinu came Yitzchak, from Yitzchak came Yaakov, and all of the Israelites. So Noach was the first, from his descendants came, the children of Israel come. All humanity comes. But the four galuyot, ואלה בני ישראל הבאים מצרימה. These are the children of Israel that went to Egypt. So the four galuyot is Babaim. We have Babylon, Bavel, Edom, that we are in this exile yet almost 2,000 years. We have Yavan, almost Hanukkah, and we have Madai, Persia. These are the four exiles. And then it's parallel to the four redemptions that we say on Pesach, and we drink 4 cups of wine. And it says, over there, Parshat Ve'era, והוצאתי והצלתי וגאלתי ולקחתי והבאתי. And והוצאתי, and I will take you out. והצלתי, and I will save you. וגאלתי, and I'll redeem you. ולקחתי, and I will take you. And I will bring you to the land of Israel, to Eretz Canaan. So this is parallel to Yetziat Mitzrayim. Furthermore, it's written in Parashat Bo, ולא ייתן המשחית לבוא El batechem lingof, and I won't let the destructive angel to come to your homes in order to harm you. And if you will see, if you'll take lingof to harm you, you change the letters inside the word, and legefen, grapes, you see? It's the same letters. This is the pei, this is the pei, this is the gimel, this is the lamed, and this is the nun, legefen. So when we drink the 4 cups of wine on Pesach, this is in order to fix what happened in the vineyard of Noach. It's part of the fixing. So everybody has to drink 4 cups of wine on Pesach. Why? In order to fix this, the damage that was caused. But Noach was so righteous, I told you, so how come such a thing came through him? Such a nefilah kazot, a falling like this. Because Noach wanted the children of Israel to come from him. And it's written, dear ladies, במדרש תנחומה, חיי Sara, and this is חיי Sara, it's written like this, בהספד שאמר אברהם אבינו עליו השלום, when Avraham Avinu said הספד, he spoke about Sarah when she passed away, על Sara imenu, he says, מפרי אשת חיל מי ימצא, this is the הספד of Avraham Avinu over Sarah. It says over there, מפרי כפיה נטעה כרם. That with her own hands she planted a vineyard. Who's the vineyard? Yitzchak. Why? Because Kerem ze Israel. Kerem means the vineyard it's the vineyard of Hashem, and it's the children of Israel. How do we know that? Because it's written in Yeshayahu. I didn't write Yeshayahu. I think chapter 5, verse 7, pasuk 7. Ki Kerem Hashem tzvaot bet Israel. The vineyard of Hashem is the children of Israel. And Hashem in the future is going to take all of the wicked people that hurt the children of Israel and banish them from the world.
Amen.
So what did Noach think? After the flood, Noach said, well, Hashem took all of the wicked people away, so now from me, the children of Israel are going to come. So I need to make a sign, like on Rosh Hashanah, we make a sign to Hashem, or on Shabbat, we eat an egg to make a sign to Hashem. Yud Bet Tzorufei Hashem, 12 combinations of the name of Hashem. And so he wanted to make a sign to Hashem. So what did he do? Hu adar. He cleaned the earth. He planted the seed just like he wanted that Hashem will plant from him seed of the children of Israel. He had a good thought. But Satan, when he came, he didn't want the children of Israel to merit from this, or all humanity. So he put the blood of a sheep, a lion, a monkey, and a pig inside. And if a person listens to Hashem, and he has Yirat Hashem, and he has the fear of Hashem, then he won't drink too much. He will drink 1 cup or 2 cups if he handles it, and that's it. But if not, he can fall in the hands of the evil inclination and drink more cups and become a lion, a monkey, and a pig. A place when Satan sees that there's going to be a fixing to the world, he comes in to ruin it. We see that with the spies. The spies, it's the same thing. Because the spies were supposed to do the fixing of the first sin in the world. The first sin of the world in the world was the sin of earth. Hashem told earth to grow up from it. Etz pri oseh pri. fruits, a tree that his branches and the fruits will have the same taste. And earth took out Etz Osepri, a tree that only the fruits have a taste. So when the spies came back from Eretz Canaan, they took out Zmorah, they took out branches, Ve'eshkol, and a big pile of grapes. Look again, grapes. Echad, which means that now the branches and the grapes had the same taste. You could eat the branch, the same taste. Echad, one. Vayis'u, then lo alenu, Satan and his wife came, made them fall with pride. Vayis'u itnasu, milshon itnasut. Bemot fell down from the high level that they came. They were so high spiritually. They fell down from that level, bishnaim, because of Satan and his wife. Because there could have been a fixing. That will be the end. Mashiach would already be here, and we will live forever, and everybody will be happy. There's no suffering. Everybody is happy, and everybody will be happy for other people, and there will be ahavat chinam. So you see that every place that they're almost fixing, also you see in Ma'amad Har Sinai, when we received the Torah on Mountain Sinai, we were standing and waiting, and Satan showed the children of Israel like Moshe Rabbeinu is dead. And he showed them the bed of his death. So every time we come, there's a gate open that Mashiach will be revealed. Satan, because he knows that at that time, Hashem will slaughter the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination. So it's a big fight over the souls. So dear ladies, we continue. So I told you this is the kerem that he thought. What is important about HaKerem? Look, dear ladies. Kerem, this is vineyard in Hebrew, Kerem. Chaf is 20 numerical value, Resh is 200, Mem is 40, together it's 260. 10 times the name of Hashem of mercy. The letters that come before Kerem, Chaf, what comes before Chaf? Yud, nachon? Yud comes before Chaf. Yud, Chaf. What comes before Reish? Kuf. What comes before Mem?
Lamed.
Lamed. This is a very holy name. Lishuatcha, Kiviti, Hashem. For your help, for your salvation, I wish Hashem. This is the words of Kerem, which means everybody has Yirat Hashem and Ahavat Hashem, the fear of Hashem and the love of Hashem. I would like to continue and see what happened. What did Satan do with the wine that came out of this vineyard? So, dear ladies, it says in Midrash Tanchuma that Satan took a vase, לא vase, a kad, you know, a container, and he put wine from that vineyard and he put it in a cave. What cave? The cave after Hashem ruins Sodom and Gomorrah. They take out the angels, Lot and his 2 daughters. His wife, what looks back, she becomes salt. And they go to a cave. What do they find in the cave? Wine. Look how everything is, yes. He put it in that cave. They find the wine. What do? They think, they did it for the sake of heaven. They thought there's no humanity anymore. That Hashem ruined all humanity, just like he ruined the flood. Mm-hmm. So the oldest daughter, the firstborn, says to her younger sister, listen, we are the only one that is left over here. Let's make our father drink wine until he becomes drunk. When he sleeps, I will be with him. The next day, you will be with him. And from this comes 2 nations, Moab and Ammon. Moab comes from the firstborn, from the firstborn, the older daughter. Why Moab? Because she had chutzpah. She was fresh. She even called Moab Me'av, that this is from my father. And Ammon comes from the youngest one. She was more modest from the Ammon. Moab is from the oldest one, and Ammon comes from the youngest one. And we see that How could he fall in this? Because Lot himself he went to Sodom and Gomorrah because he liked the way they lived over there in sin. He couldn't continue with Avraham Avinu, that it was too much righteous for him. So he went to a different place. He went to Sodom and Gomorrah. So it was already inside of him. You remember what I told you? Women. Lust for women. So he fell with this. So this is also from the kerem that Noach planted, from the vineyard that Noach planted. Now, dear ladies, let's continue. We are going to Pele Yoetz, and I would like to read you what Pele Yoetz says about this. And Pele Yoetz says that if a person knows that he cannot drink wine and it will cause him to be drunk, he shouldn't drink. Only, a small amount, and that's it. And it's written, V'miten, and he says, I wish, V'yeh levavam shel kol ha'olam, that the heart of the whole human being will be kilvav Yonadav ben Rechav. Will be like the heart of Yonadav ben Rechav. Who is Yonadav ben Rechav? Why does Pele Yoetz, Rabbi Eliezer Papo, says this about him? It's very interesting. We go to Yirmiyahu the prophet. Yirmiyahu the prophet, chapter 35. And I would like to tell you, Yirmiyahu Navi, Hashem tells him, please tell the children of Israel that they should free their slaves. On the 7th year, they have to free their slaves and give them possessions. So the children of Israel listen to him, and they free their slaves. But after that, the evil inclination comes to them and tells them, why did you free their slaves? They worked so good in your home, and you need them. They went back and took them back as slaves. So Yirmiyahu tells them, Yirmiyahu the prophet, now you're going to, Babylon is going to come in, and Nebuchadnezzar is going to ruin the land of Israel. And then Hashem tells Yirmiyahu Navi, he says to him like this. He says, הדבר אשר היה לירמיהו מאת השם בימי יהויקים בן יהושיהו מלך יהודה. He says, go at the time of the king of Yehuda, the tribes of Judea, and the king was Yehoiakim ben Yoshiyahu. And he says to him, go to the people, Haloch el bet harechavim, go to the house of the Rechavim, this is their last name, Vedibarta otam, and you'll speak to them, Ve'otam beit Hashem, bring them to the temple, to Beit HaMikdash, Elachat alishkot vishkita otam yain, and give them wine. So he comes over there, he puts for them wine. Who was those Rechavim? They were the children, the descendants of Yonadav ben Rechav. Who was Yonadav ben Rechav? He is the descendant of Yitro. Yitro was the father-in-law of Moshe Rabbeinu. The daughter of Yitro, Tzipora, was married to Moshe Rabbeinu. These are his descendants. So Yirmiyahu takes them to the Beit HaMikdash, to the temple, and he puts wine for all of them. And he says to them, "V'eten lifnei bnei beit harechavim gvi'im meleim yain v'kosot v'omar lahem shtu yain, drink wine." V'yomru lo nishte yain. We are not drinking the wine. Ki Yonadav ben Rechav, because our grandfather Avinu tziva alenu, he commanded us le'emor lo tishtu yain. Don't drink wine. Atem uvnechem ad olam. You, your children, until the end of days. Ve'bait lo tivnu, and you won't build a home, a house. Ve'zera lo tizru, ve'kerem lo titau. You can't plant a vineyard. Ve'lo yeh lachem ki bo'alim teshevu kol yemechem. But you're going to live in tents all of your lives. He says to them, למען תחיו ימים רבים על פני האדמה אשר אתם גרים בה. In order that you will have a long life in this world. ונשמע בקול יהונדב בן רחב אבינו לכל אשר ציוונו. And we listen to everything that he commanded us. לבלתי שתות יין כל ימינו אנחנו נשינו בנינו ובנותינו. That us, our children, our wives, our daughters, our sons, nobody drinks wine. Where do we meet the wine? We meet the wine with Aaron, a Kohen. You remember Nadav ve'Avihu livriut. נדב ואביהו, פרשת שמיני, חומש ויקרא, לבריאות. It says over there that Nadav and Avihu went and they lit a fire that Hashem did not order them. And Hashem took fire from heaven and put it through their nostrils, and he killed them like this. And Aaron doesn't say anything. And then Hashem speaks to Aaron. Parashat Shtuyei Yain. And he tells him that you're not allowed to drink wine before you go into my temple in order to worship me. Dear ladies, we see over here that the wine can be a great thing, but if it's only measured. Why does it say that when we drink riv'it, then we should say a bracha achrona, a blessing after? Because riv'it is 86 milliliters. 86, dear ladies, is Elokim, the numerical value of the name of Hashem of judgment. When you drink more, when you start drinking more and more, you already have judgment upon you. And the evil inclination is already all around you. So let's go now to you see what Nadav ben Rechav, and his children listen to him. Pele Yoetz says, but we can't command our children to do this, because if we'll command them and they won't listen, they not only have a sin of drinking wine, becoming drunk, and Hashem doesn't like drunk people, but it's also that they didn't do the mitzvah of respect their father and mother. So they have another sin, which is a very harsh sin, because it says, if you respect your father and mother, you are blessed with long life. So we go to Me'am Loez. I know we're going through a few books. And he says over there like this, that all of the drinks are good when you see it in a dream except for wine. Why? Because he says that wine, when you dream, you don't know how much you drank from the wine. So if you drank only 1 cup of wine and you're still sober, there's no problem. It's a good dream. But if you drank too much wine, then it's not a good dream. If wine is spilled, it's a good sign, because it means kol shason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kala, Be'ezrat Hashem, that in this house will be, Be'ezrat Hashem, a wedding, b'siyata dishmaya. So be happy when the wine is spilled, Be'ezrat Hashem. And b'siyata dishmaya, we see, Gemara, it's written about Abba Shaul. Abba Shaul was a very wise person, b'siyata dishmaya, that worked in Chevrat Kadisha, that buried people. And he said that he saw a lot of bones of dead people. And he said that he who drank wine a lot of wine in his life without water, all of his bones were burnt. Wine, 100% of alcohol without water, all of his bones were burnt. He says if a person drank wine with water, but the water was 2/3 and the wine was only 1/3, he says all of his bones were dry, nitiyapshu, be'ofen shelo haya shum lachut, and become black. So he says the right way to drink wine, that you have more wine than water, like 1/3 water and 2/3 of wine. כמו 60% של alcohol, diluted. But this is the right dilution. Not that you have 60% of water and only 30% of wine. Then you can not say also a geffen. But when you have the opposite, like 30% of water and the other is alcohol. And it says over here, b'siyata dishmaya, there's also a story about a person that the acquisition came to him, and they told him, either you're going to drink wine, that Goyim touched it, or you're going to worship other gods, which means believe in our religion, or you're going to sleep to be intimate with a non-Jewish woman. So he thought to himself that it's better to drink the wine than to do the other The other two, yes. He drank the wine, he became drunk, and he slept with a Goya, with a non-Jewish woman, and he also worshipped other gods. That's what wine causes. Because once you're not sober, you don't know what's going on around you. So you fall with other sins. So Me'am Lo'ez says this. It says, when a person drinks wine without a measure, and you know if you can drink or you're not, you know if you're strong or you're not strong to drink. And chas v'shalom, that a woman will drink and become drunk. You know what? It was a Purim, a few, like I think 8 years ago, and one of the women in the shul drank wine, a lot of wine. She became drunk. She wanted to take off her clothes. Ad kedei kach. Dear ladies, it's so dangerous to get drunk. A woman don't know what's happening with her, and b'chas v'shalom what they are doing to her. It's not a game. You don't do that. I just showed you what Satan put in the wine, and it's from Noach until today. And I showed you grapes, that before the letters of grapes come the letters of the Samech Mem Shelo Neda. So dear ladies, it's very dangerous. Everybody should be careful when they drink. And if you know that you cannot control this, don't drink. Okay. And it says, dear ladies, like this, that because of drinking, you start cursing. You have bad words that come out of your mouth. And it says, King Solomon says, Kol amal adam lefiu. One curse that a person takes out of his mouth, even if in heaven they have a decree to give him the best thing for 70 years, a good decree for 70 years, one curse, everything goes away. That's the Gemara says, and the Mishnah, one curse a person takes out of his mouth, he takes all of the good things that were supposed to come to him for 70 years. And the second sin, he cannot daven arvit. He cannot say arvit. And especially when you have Sudat Purim and you have to say after that arvit, because he's too drunk to say that. He cannot say the name of Hashem. And if he does pray, he does daven, his tefillah is to'eva. It is not accepted in heaven. And Hashem is angry with him. And furthermore, he cannot say Shema Yisrael. If he didn't say Arvit, even in the morning, in order lashlim tefillah, to pay lashlim, to complete the tefillah, the prayers that you didn't do, you can complete the prayer after that. But you only do twice Shmona Esrei, the standing prayer, tefillat Shmona Esrei. So what about Shema Yisrael? You missed it that night. And not only Shema Yisrael in Arvit, but also Shema Yisrael before you go to sleep. Twice Shema Yisrael. This you cannot complete. And then if it's on Purim, if you need to read the Megillah, you cannot read the Megillah. Furthermore, it's written that if he's drunk and he's intimate with his wife, the baby that will come will be considered as a mamzer.
What?
שאם יהיה עם אשתו כשהוא שתוי, הוא הרי הוולד קרוב להיות ממזר. אמר רבי שמעון בר יוחאי, רבי שמעון בר יוחאי says, כל מי שמשמש מיתתו בעיתו שיכור, a person that is drunk and is intimate with his wife, הכל מעידים שבנו ממזר. Why? Because he doesn't know that he's with his wife. He doesn't care. He's drunk. שבנו ממזר כי נוצר על ידי חלק של הסטרא אחרא. Because this child will be part of his soul will be from the evil inclination. עד כדי כך, do you understand כמה זה חמור? שלא נדע. And then he says, and if he doesn't pray shacharit, because after he was drunk, he sleeps, and he passes the time that you can say shacharit. So he also misses shacharit, the davening in the morning. And then he says, young people that drink wine, not only all of these sins, they fall with all of these sins, but furthermore, they will see sperm that is spilled in vain. And chas v'shalom, they will have demons as children. because the wife of Satan becomes pregnant from this sperm. And another thing, dear ladies, and the third, oh, this is beautiful. Me'am Loeh says that they used to read every Shabbat in the shul, Parashat Lot, the portion of Lot. Every Shabbat they used to read the portion of Lot that his daughters came and been intimate with him. Why? In order to prevent from people to drink wine and become drunk. To remind them what happens when you're drunk. But wine is good, because if you drink only in a measure, you're considered Adam, a human being. You can say Borei Pri HaGefen, which is a high blessing, and you're considered like a sheep, and sheep is a kosher animal. וכבש זה עם ישראל, זה צאן של הקדוש ברוך הוא, it's the herd of sheep of Hashem Yitbarach. And the children of Israel are considered kerem, because it's written in Yeshayahu, the prophet, Ki kerem Hashem tzvaot bet Israel, because the orchard of Hashem is the children of Israel. But this, and everything that you abuse, you cause a sin. But if you abuse drinking wine, you cause a sin. Otherwise, it's v'yayin esamach levav enosh. Otherwise, it makes you sharp, and you can study even better. And Rambam says that it's good to drink 1 cup of wine a day. It's good for your body, in order to help your body digest the food. 1 red wine, not sweet. It's good for a person, but 1. So, dear ladies, this is another lesson, what we should do this year in order, Bezrat Hashem, that on Rosh Hashanah we can be written in the book of life, Bezrat Hashem, just like the tzaddikim le'altar. I would like to bless all of us, Bezrat Hashem, that Hashem, בסייעתא דשמיא, give us the זכות to greet משיח צדקנו במהרה בימינו אמן, שהגיע מבשר אליהו נביא זכור לטוב, ולעולם ייפרד אדם מחברו בדבר הלכה, יחיד ברבים הלכה כרבים. יישר כוח.
Can I ask you a question? Why he even decide to do a business with Satan?
People who have abused wine, can they drink only grape juice for anything? The holidays?
כן, קדם. They don't have to drink wine. להגיד את זה עוד עומד? Okay, so dear ladies, instead of drinking wine, if you know that you have a problem, drink kedem. Grape juice, and bless over it, Borei Pri HaGefen. So there's no problem to do 4 kosot and everything, Bezrat Hashem.
Why Noach decide to do a deal